Curse of the Moonlit Forest. The Eldenwood Forest had always been a place of mystery and whispers, but as Maiya walked beneath its shadowed canopy, she felt something new, something dark. The air was thick with tension, and the usual sounds of the woodland, chirping insects, rustling leaves, were eerily absent. It was as if the entire forest was holding its breath. Maiya tightened her grip on the bough of the silver moon, its celestial glow flickering faintly in the dim moonlight. She had acquired the weapon, passed the Guardian's trial, and survived the Shadow Wolves, yet she knew this was only the beginning. Her next task was to uncover the origins of the bough's power, and that journey began here, in the cursed depths of the Eldenwood. She had heard the stories, a legend of a forgotten night when the forest fell under a terrible enchantment. Some claimed it was the work of vengeful spirits, while others whispered of a powerful queen who had once ruled these lands and whose soul still wandered among the trees. Whatever the truth was, Maiya had to face it. A silent warning. The further Maiya walked, the colder the air became. A mist curled around her boots, thickening with every step. She stopped suddenly when she noticed something unusual, a row of old, wooden totems embedded in the ground, their surfaces covered in deep claw marks. Symbols of protection, long abandoned. A single crow, perched atop one of the totems, cawed loudly before taking flight. The sound echoed unnaturally, sending a chill down Maia's spine. She had seen these markings before in ancient elven texts, wards against restless spirits. Something had broken them. She reached out, brushing her fingers over the nearest totem. The wood was ice cold. A whisper drifted through the trees. "Turn back." Maiya spun, drawing an arrow instinctively. But there was no one there. The wind picked up, carrying the same whisper again, as if the very forest was speaking to her. "You do not belong here." Maiya exhaled sharply, her heartbeat steady despite the growing sense of unease. If the spirits wanted her to leave, it meant she was getting close to something important. The phantom hunt begins. The mist thickened, swirling unnaturally as figures began to emerge from the trees. Their forms were barely visible at first, shadowy shapes that flickered like candlelight. Then, as the moonlight touched them, they solidified. Ghostly hunters, their hollow eyes gleaming with a haunting silver glow. Maiya recognized their armor, elven, but ancient, belonging to warriors long dead. They moved in silence, their ethereal bows drawn, arrows of shimmering darkness aimed directly at her. She barely had time to react before they loosed their first volley. Maiya dove behind a fallen log, rolling onto one knee and pulling back her bowstring. A radiant arrow formed, its energy crackling. She released it, the silver light cutting through the mist and striking the nearest phantom. The ghost let out a silent scream as it dissolved, but the others were undeterred. They closed in, their movements fluid and unnatural. Maiya shifted her stance, dodging arrows that seemed to phase in and out of existence. She fired again and again, each shot dissipating another phantom, yet they kept coming. It wasn't just a fight, it was a test. The whispers grew louder. The spirits did not attack mindlessly, they circled, studied, reacted. It was as if they were trying to teach her something, not kill her. Then she realized. They were moving in formation, mirroring her own fighting style. The spirits were remnants of the ancient elven hunters, perhaps once guardians of the bough itself. They were challenging her not as an enemy, but as a successor. The moon's revelation. Maiya took a deep breath, shifting her grip on the bough. Instead of fighting to destroy them, she moved with them, letting their rhythm guide her. She dodged not with panic but with precision, stepping in time with their attacks. Then, she saw it, a single figure standing beyond the spirits. Unlike the others, this one wore a crown of silver and a flowing cloak that shimmered like the night sky. The Lifesteal Queen. Maia's breath caught as the Phantom Queen raised a pale hand. The hunters froze, vanishing like mist. The whispering wind ceased. The Queen's voice was neither loud nor soft, but it resonated through Maia's very bones. "You have awakened the bough, but do you understand what you wield?" Maiya steadied herself. "It's a weapon of balance, forged by the first guardian. The queen tilted her head, her silver eyes sorrowful. A weapon, yes. But also a curse. Before Maiya could respond, the queen raised her bow, an eerie counterpart to Maia's own. Dark energy crackled around it. Show me if you are worthy. Duel of the Huntresses. The battle was unlike anything Maiya had faced before. The Lifesteal queen moved with haunting elegance, loosing arrows that left trails of darkness in their wake. Each shot twisted the air, warping reality itself. Maiya countered, her celestial arrows clashing against the queen's. The forest became a blur of light and shadow, each impact shaking the ground. She knew she couldn't win through brute force alone. The queen was testing her, not just her strength, but her ability to understand. Then it hit her. The queen wasn't fighting to kill her. She was waiting for Maiya to realize the truth. The bow of the silver moon was not meant for destruction, it was meant to restore balance. Maiya stopped dodging and instead let an arrow pass dangerously close. Rather than retaliate with an attack, she took a slow breath and lowered her bow. I am not here to destroy you, she said. Only to understand. The queen hesitated. The darkness around her flickered. Then, she smiled, a sad, knowing smile. Then you may yet find the truth. The Lifesteal queen faded, her form dissolving like mist, leaving behind a single, silver pendant where she had stood. Maiya approached and picked it up, feeling the pulse of ancient magic within it. The mist lifted. The forest sighed as if released from a long-held breath. A new path forward. Maiya stood alone in the clearing, the pendant in her palm and the weight of revelation in her heart. She had fought spirits, faced the past, and glimpsed the power she wielded. But most importantly, she had learned that the bow was more than just a weapon, it was tied to a legacy far older than she had imagined. The Lifesteal queen's words echoed in her mind. A weapon and a curse. Maiya exhaled and turned toward the deeper woods. There was more to uncover, more battles to fight, and more truths to learn. Her journey was just beginning.
Forever stay.